Hello and welcome to my channel. As you can see, it's dark outside. I just finished this cover, so I thought that I would do a video showing how I did it so I could remember how I did it. Does that make sense? This was a book that I had in my stash. I don't know if it was a dollar store cover or what, but it was like this light green, and that's kind of what I wanted. You know, I wanted a little bit of that green in there. And it's got some paint and inking and stencils, and it's got a fixative matte finish on it too. Gosh, I hope you didn't see my dinner plate over there. My pan down. Who knows? Oh well. And then, if when I'm done, I'll go back out on the porch and get show you what the focal point would be for that particular cover, if I remember. No promises. But yeah, I've just sprayed them with the fixative as well, just to protect them. A couple of them are book pages. One does have some distress inks on it and paint, and the other piece is also has a little bit of distress ink on it too. It's corrugated cardboard. All right, so the very first thing I did was, of course, to take the pages out. This one still has these pages, but don't really need those. We can take those out. I'll clean up the inside later. This one I think was excuse all the noise. Especially since you're like down here, right near the paper. Oh wow. Okay. So, and it's got a rip, but because it's like so cheaply made, so it just anything, because this was definitely a Dollar Tree purchase, but that's all right. If you're going for grunge, a little bit of a rip isn't going to matter, or I could cover it with fabric if I wanted to. All right, sorry, just trying to make a little bit of room. I'm starting with some clear gesso because I do want to keep, it's not going to look exactly like the other one, but I'm going to use the same process that I used on the other one. I could use white gesso, but I don't know where it is right this second. So I'm just going to use what I used before, and I used the clear gesso. And then I have to decide if I want to, what I want to use for my stamping, because that may be different too. So just going to find weird things in my gesso. And then I'm going to just make sure I get the edges there too. But like, this is a fabric cover, and this way whatever I do to it will take evenly, because I'm going to be using inks and paints and all the things. I'm not sure exactly what I'll do on this one yet. It might be dragonflies. We'll see. And of course, because it's a fabric cover, it's going to really soak in the gesso. So, well, yeah, you know how people paint. Of course, I can't see. Okay, I just realized that I never really checked my center of this, if that's okay. Maybe I was standing earlier. I don't know. I'm going to pause while I paint. Okay, so the clear gesso, I put it on there pretty thick, so even though it's clear, it's not like crystal clear. You still see a little bit of a white. It has a little bit of whiteness. Yeah, you can see it, right? The lines. And I wasn't, being careful about the lines or anything like that. All right, on the other one, I used antique white. And of course, the book was a different color too. And on this one, I'm going to use this beach glass color, because I think I'm going to go for more of a beachy feel. I'm thinking dragonflies. We'll see. And then I don't want it super wet. And I just I didn't dry brush it this thin. I did have some thicker spots and some thinner spots. But I didn't put like a fully wet brush on it either. Kind of got my edges too. And then I have some places where it's thicker. And like this cover here, I probably will try to cover completely. I think that's what I did last time. Although by the looks of things, this cover may end up being totally covered, either with fabric or I was even thinking like a collage. But we'll see. Time will tell. That's not what this video is about. This video is about just the process that I did to get the other cover, so I just remember what I did. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? So, and sticking my book in the, and this one has a little bit more of a texture on it, so I'm definitely getting lighter there. But like I said, I want some lines too, some more lines like this over here. And I figure if I want to remember this process, then you guys might be interested in this process as well. Right? I'm guessing. I mean, whether you do it or not, it's up to you. You might not, but that's all right. All right. So now I need to let this dry. And I will not make you watch that. Oh wait, you like to watch paint dry? For this next one, for this next step, I use some Distress ink. And on the other one, I used Vintage Photo. And on this one, I'm going to use Walnut Stain, which is darker. But then again, my book is darker. So, alright, so here goes nothing. So some of you, I don't think I've done a video since I've moved my desk. So some of you may have noticed, who have been here before, may have noticed that I've moved my desk. And you're right, I have moved my desk. I totally moved my desk. I'm over by the window now, which does not make for great videoing during the day, sadly. But that's all right. Oh, I think I actually did this after I did the stamping. I don't know what I'm doing for stamping yet, though. That's my problem. Because what do I want on the background? Oh, I don't want that to happen. Where I start at the end. If you don't want your brush to make that, or maybe you do want your brush to make that little, mark. Probably going to get covered anyway. Not overly concerned about it. So I'm just kind of doing a layer of this all over the book. A little darker on the edges than in the middle. And on the edges of like the front and on the back. There we go. And then I don't know what's going to happen with the cover. Alright, so then I took my fan brush, which Andrea Allen of Artie Mays calls her splatter brush, and I splattered water. I didn't splatter this much. I'm splattering a lot more water this time for some reason that I'm not quite sure of. Alright, and then I'm going to do the other thing that Andrea does. Look at though, I have a brand new roll of paper towels. So mine's like huge. I think she usually takes like a almost leftover roll, but this is my Viva, so it doesn't have a pattern, which is what I want. I don't want a pattern. I want it to be, I don't want to knock over my water either. Alright, so did the Distress ink, and I did some water splatters, which then takes away Distress ink where the splatters were. Oh, and now I have to figure out my stencils. Might still do some ferns down at the bottom. Or I wish I had like beach glass or something. Let's see. Oh, you know what? I might just do some swirls for now. Okay, I have a place for those now, don't I? Just some random swirls, I think. And that way it gives maybe like a watery kind of a feel. Maybe. Oh, and by the way, at the thrift store, I gotten a couple, oh, what are they? Photo albums. And they had this craft paper, and you put the photo in here. And I was like, oh, that'd be great for like ephemera or stamps or something. And there was like 50 of these in each book. And that made it really tight to be able to use the book and made the book really bulky. And the pages came out really easily. So what I did is I took out the pages, you know, trimmed off the top where it had glue on it. And I used them for my, because, you know, squirrel. I use them for my stamps, and I also use them for my stencils because look how well they fit a 6x6 stencil. And so now my stencils have like a little plastic to protect them. I can put one on each side, and I just love this. So, oh, and now that I'm in my stencils, let me grab out any that would be what I want right now. Let's see. Oh, I have a stamp that has like bubbles. That might be what I want. And I also have, it's back here, this one as well. So I might do a little bit of that on there as well, which I didn't, did I use stencils on the, oh, I'm going to grab this stencil too. Trying to think if I use mostly stamps on the other one. I don't think I use any stenciling, but I am going to use some stenciling on this one and some stamping. So maybe not the flourishes. I don't know. Let me start with, and that will be at the end. That could almost look like water if I went that way, huh? Anyway, let me put those over the side, so I'll have to put them again away later. Now I'm going to use, oh, let me go get it. I thought I was going to go get my, oh my goodness. Stop making videos for 1 week and it's like you forgot how. Oh my goodness. I thought about using this. I was actually going to go get my like navy blue one. It says Faded Jeans, Cornflower, Mermaid Lagoon. Let's see. None of those. So maybe we'll just have to see how each one looks over here to the side. And I just want to make sure I use a permanent ink. Oh, actually, for the swirls, it might be cool if I don't. Oh, they're pretty much the same color. So glad I bought that. Well, at least I got the Stays On Cozy Scrapbooking for $4. So at least there's that. But now that I've done that, I think I might even use these, and I'll show you why as soon as I can figure out what I did with the other mermaid. Oh, actually, maybe what I'll do is I'll use this. I'll use both. Oh my goodness. Okay, I was like, I know I have these somewhere. Maybe not use my hand to press that down. Alright. So I'm going to use the permanent on these ones. Trying to figure out what I'm doing. Ooh. So I'm just going to kind of go around the edge with this, and then I might use the other one in between, or I don't know. But then I'm going to go with it. I'm just not even noticing that stuff is all over, huh? I don't know how this is going to look. But like I said, just trying to remember how I did the process. Not worried about that cover. I mean the spine. Not too worried about it. This is a nice juicy stamp here I've got, huh? Definitely. Whoops. Except for right there, where it decided not to be quite so juicy, right? Just kind of go in between with some of the edges here. Not looking for perfection. Hold on. I want to use that middle one too. Let's see, anywhere else? Yep, right. Oh, let's do this middle bit. Let's do the other way. All right. Now, I want to take the smaller one and do this lighter color, tumbled glass. And I did not do it this way the first time, so we'll see. I'm not even sure if that's going to be light enough. Oh, it does show up a little bit. So how's everybody doing? I know I get really focused sometimes. I hope everybody is well. Did anybody miss me? Anyone at all? I don't know what I've been doing. Well, I moved my craft space around, and then I have been trying to sort through my stuff, which is like, you know, pretty much everywhere. And that was nice. All right, now here's something I did not try before that we're gonna try. But I need this one that has like a mist of a spray. Does this one have a mist too? How does this one work? Look what I got. Spray effects. But if there's like instructions, I'm gonna have to wait till for quick all over coverage, squeeze trigger halfway to create droplets. Locking button for convenient travel. No, I think I want this one, which is a mister. It's not a missus, it's a mister. I had a spray bottle earlier. It probably fell on the floor. That's alright. I have some water right here. Don't tell my husband that I'm using Deer Park water because I'm too lazy to get up and go get water out of the sink. Oh my goodness. This does not want to open. There we go. Shouldn't be that hard to open. And this one actually costs more than the Tim Holtz one. This is actually supposed to be the one I use in my hair. So this one I got on Amazon after my hairdresser I'd seen my hairdresser using it because my son has really curly hair. But he doesn't even use it, so what's the point? Yeah, I might need it again. I won't drink it yet. Ooh, I just realized that this would also be like splashy. Well, you can't see what I'm talking about. This. That would have been splashy. I kind of still want to do a little bit of that. Alright. This is the color I just had, tumbled glass, yes. I'm going to just do a little bit of this here and there. It's not showing up. There's really not much point to it at this point. Although it might show up more up here. Yep, a little bit more. Which is funny because I actually used this one on the original cover, but it was like underneath the first layer of gesso, so it never showed through anywhere. So now I'm gonna put it on this one, I guess, and then I'm gonna mess it up. Don't worry, I'm gonna mess it up on purpose. I'm gonna even do a little bit of just kind of on the light parts here. So just know this is not part of what I did on the original one. This is a new thing I'm trying because, you know, gotta try stuff. This next bit that I'm doing is not what I did on the original one. Okay, so now I have this distress on the edges, the stenciling and the stamping. That glue's still sticky in there apparently. Alright, I need a paper towel because I want to wipe this up very quickly. I just want a little bit of the what I kind of want to happen is for that stamping that I did to just get a little bit blurred. Does that make sense? I'm not sure if it's going to do it though. I'm not even sure if it still shows after all that. Can't tell. Seriously, it wasn't dark. Well, yeah, it doesn't look like it did anything. Like right there. Other than maybe go... that now it's disappeared totally. Alright, that was a fail on that part. It's okay. You could skip that part with the using distress ink for a stamp and doing that. Okay. And spraying it and trying to get that watery feel. Alright, so we did that. And then, what did I do after that? Let me think. So, I had done the gesso all over, the clear gesso. Then I had done the antique white. And then I did all this stamping. Oh, and when I stamped these, I made a mask. I had a couple of them, so that when I overlapped, I wouldn't get like, so it wouldn't end up looking like this. So each leaf is its own leaf and not, you know, doing the other stuff. So they're a little bit hard to see, but it is nighttime. And these are Tim Holtz stamps here, and then this one is one I got on clearance. Oh, I was so happy the day I found that stamp at Hobby Lobby. So, and then also I have a little bit of Crackle Stamp on there. Let's do that too. Let's not forget the Crackle Stamp. If we can find it. Here it is. So, I usually, for Crackle, I always use archival because I don't want those getting messed. Like, I still want them to look crackly and not like, I don't want them to get washed out. Does that make sense? Okay. Hopefully that makes sense. And I didn't just do it around the edges. I just did it however I did it. I mean, I focused more on the edges, but then I did put some here and there in the middle. Because I just like Crackle Stamp. Just ages it up a little bit, I guess. Just kind of random with it. I think the other one I like did the... doesn't matter, because that's probably not going to still be there. If it is, then I'll have to do something, because I don't necessarily want that title. I don't really care if there's a rip in it so much. Alright. So, I did the drips. I think I need more drips, though, is the thing. On the brown. Or did I lose all the brown when I might have lost a lot of the brown. Okay. See. Oh, we still got something on there that's showing some lighter color through. Yeah, you don't have to do the paper towel roll thing. You can just do this. Just pat it down. All right, so that's what those light spots are under there. And then I did the moss. What is it called? Forest moss on the edges to darken it up. I'm going to see if the weathered wood will work on that for that. Let's see. The weathered wood, and of course all I have for forest moss is the not tumble glass. Is the ink, distress ink. I don't have the archival. I just had weathered wood. How far could it have? That's how far. Went that far. It went upside down. That's what happened to it. And so I just did it really dark around the edges, and then like all the edges, like the edges of the book, and then did a lighter in the middle on the other book with the forest moss. And so let's see, what have I been up to? Oh, yeah, last thing you guys probably saw was that I had finished the book for my niece, and she's not born yet. She will definitely be born this month. She's a big girl, apparently. So she's coming pretty soon. Very excited. Very, very excited. I'll have to press hard to do this. This is an older one, so. Whoops. Very weathered wood if I'm going for this watery dragonflies at the beach kind of a feel. I don't know. Might change my mind. I might get another feel for it altogether and go a whole different direction. But I like teal, so I can't go wrong with teal, right? In fact, when I'm done, I might even do another layer of Crackle. Oh my goodness, this is really hurting my hand. But this is not a very dark color, so I have to kind of... I need to probably get a bigger one then. Oh, I can't find weathered wood in the spray because, like, is there any in here? I don't know. I don't think I'm even getting a lot out of here. Anyway, when I see Tim Holtz use it, I'm like, oh, I love that color. But that's not the color that the oxide? Yeah, I have the oxide, and that's not the color I get with the oxide, so I really want the spray stain, but I can't find it in the weathered wood. All right, let's... And I'm using the Distress ink on purpose. Totally on purpose. Ow. Oh, man. I'm going to have to start wearing a brace like Gail if I keep doing that. All right, I'm going to do the water again. Come on. I should try my Tim Holtz sprayer, huh? But this is kind of fun, too. I mean, I get water everywhere when I do this. It's not even clean water. It's like painty water. Just kind of going all over. And then there's still some of the brown back there. So if I were to leave it, I would probably get some brown outline. Which is kind of fun. Kind of went a little overboard, huh? I don't know. Is there such a thing? I just like to do this. It's just fun. I've seen Andrea do it, and I'm like, oh, that looks like fun. Of course, usually I was like, why don't you just use a paper towel? But you know what? Now that I've tried it, it's totally fun. And I still have another roll of this that's clean, so that when I try to do the thing Tim Holtz showed us with the brass, ooh, I should do some of that on here. Anyway, that's not what this one's about. Although I might at the end. Oh, I'll have to show you. All right, squirrel, remind me afterwards. All right, so we did some more water spots. Now, last time I did brown. I don't know if I want to do brown this time. Oh, guys, I've been organizing. Like, look at this. These are all in this basket, all pretty. And my paints are in 2 baskets that are similar to this. And, like, all the cool colors are in one basket, and the warm colors are in the other basket. And they're all right next to me. And it makes me so happy. Mermaid Lagoon? Yeah, I think that's... Is that what I already have? Maybe I want the peacock. Broken china. Come on, where are you, birdie? Peacock feathers. Let's do that one. All right. Shake it up. Then I used the cover and I sprayed some stain in there. And then I took, well, now I got to clean it because I just left it sitting there. And then I took one of my little tiny brushes and I dipped it in there and I did splatter. Like, that's all I had to do. I just used the cover so that I could get, I used only on this one, I used, oh, you can see the splatter. The splatter was, it started wicking right away on this one. So that's what those brown spots were. They were, I think, vintage photo splatters. But they started wicking, so I took them up with my paper towels. Don't know if that one's going to do it on this one or not. But then we had, so then I had like some light and some dark. What was that about? Oh, you know what I just realized? Peacock feathers. Okay, I didn't do this last time, but I could just pour this right back in here, whatever I didn't use. I didn't even think about that. Now, I might want to clean the cover out a little bit now. But that's all right. Not perfectly, just a little bit. All right. Now, I want this to dry. It is starting to wick, but I don't want to do what I last time. Okay, I'm going to pause while I use the dryer. And I have to think about what I did next after that. Let's see. I did some, in the middle here, I did some espresso of the permanent variety, just so it would stay dark, even when I sprayed fixative, because I wasn't sure what fixative would do. And then I did white. Well, actually, it's probably antique white. Paint, acrylic, splatter, which I will probably do on this. I'm just trying to think if I want to do something else first, or if I want to do that after. That's all. That's all. I was just thinking. Actually, I'm going to use the same paint used before, the beach glass, which is what I did last time when I did my splatter, is I used the same paint. Make sure that, oh, I do. I think I used the fan one though. Probably doesn't matter much. But it will give me a different splatter if I, yeah, there we go. Isn't that nice? Nice little splatter here. Really kind of surprised my heat gun doesn't have more splatter on it than it does. I did order a splatter box though. I mean, I know I could just use a regular box, but I like that it could fold down flat if I wanted to. I know I'm doing a lot of splatter. More than usual. I don't usually do this much splatter. But I kind of want to lighten it up a little bit, I guess. I don't know. Don't usually do this much white splatter. Alright. That's enough white splatter, lady. You're kind of going overboard. Alright, now let's see. I gotta let that dry. Hold on. Let's dry it. Alright, I do want a little bit more crackle. Like I said before, ground espresso. That's what I think I'm bang, 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 bang using for my crackle. Because, you know, if you're at the beach, what happens to wood? It, you know, breaks apart. If this was wood. I don't know what this is. It's something. Alright, now north. Is that the end? That's the end. I kind of have to fit it this way though. Now, probably should use black. It's warm. I'm just trying to decide where I want to put this because I still am going to have something up here, I think. Maybe. But I don't know what. And I can't do this one like I do the other one. But this is, oh, see, look at that. That's not good. Let's get ink all over it. I don't know if my ink pad is just not totally there. Now it's inked up. Now, I'm still going to want a focal point on here. And so I'm actually probably going to put this down in the corner here. But it's going to go off the page a little bit. Maybe go straight even. I'm just pressing down. I'm not rocking it. What does Tim say? Pressing with purpose. And I'm also, you know, letting it connect. And hopefully not wick. Does archival ink wick? I don't know. There we go. So that's just there on the front. Just to be pretty. Just to give it direction. I'm so funny. Get it? Give it direction? Alright. You don't have to get it. Now I wanted to put some butterfly. I kind of want to do... just that. I know these aren't butterflies. I am aware. They are beautiful dragonflies. And I would use the Stays On black, but the last time I tried to use the Stays On black on this, it totally did not do well for me. So let's try, see if we have any better luck. No, I'm not going to put it straight on there. I'm going to test it here first. Oh, much better. Okay, good. Whew. It's still sticky probably from the Stays On. Although I think it was sticky. I don't know. It's still sticky. We'll just say it's still sticky from the Stays On. Now, if I cover this with fabric, he's not going to show all the way, but that's okay. Not sure how I want him to go. Also, if I put a focal point on here, or he could be the focal point, but I could do him on something else. But for right now, I think I'm going to just do him. Well, that's where his wing started, so that's where he's going. He's going where he fell, people. That is where he's going. He's going where he fell. He's a little bit light. And I'm going to do a smaller one. Maybe it'll be like it's going further away. This is the one closest to me. That was in the wrong place. And then I'll do a couple more that are further up on the page. This is one definitely didn't see. This is what I was getting with the Stays On the other day. Is this lame? And that was a little bit better maybe. Even with the book in the way, it still came out better with my archival. Alright, he's close to us. These two are going to be further away from us. Sort of. Okay. He might not show all the way. That's all. Alright. Got our dragonflies. We love dragonflies. They make us happy. And then what I did after that. Oops, that can go back there. And then what I did, after all my stamping and all my inking and everything, is I took it outside and I sprayed it. Let me go grab the stuff I used so I can show you what it is and the focal point of the other one so you can see what that looks like. I guess I forgot it was windy out there. I had to like search for these. So anyway, this is what I used to seal this cover, and I'll use it to seal this cover as well. Because I have the distress inks. Whoops. Oh my goodness. Excuse me. I have the distress inks. Oh my goodness. And I don't think that it changed the coloring of the ink at all. I don't think I lost any of the color when I did it, but definitely that's an outside thing. So, let's see if I can get this the right way. And then I had some distress ink on this, so I've only done one layer. I don't know if I'll do another layer or not. The end. Oh, I used the... So this was some drop paper from when I was playing with some paints. And got all kinds of colors. But I was doing stuff for this book. So there you go. And then this is from a book. And I was just going to tuck that under there. Because it's, you know, a piece of wood. Since we got the forest. Oh, did I not say with the theme? It's sort of a dark forest grungy look for this cover. And then this Peregrine Falcon, which brings in the blue, because blue was requested in there. So I think that's what this journal is going to look like. And this one, time will tell. But I basically just kind of wanted to remember how all the steps I did for this, even though I added a step for this one. And I will probably have to do something here. Oh, you know what I could do? If this is like a beach one, maybe get some like the rope or something, or some netting to just put over it, just to not necessarily hide it, but to keep it from continuing to rip, you know. And then I still have the inside to work on. Oh, the inside of this one, I just I'll do more to it probably, but I painted it antique white, and then just a little dry brush on the edges so you can almost see the original color of this book, which, you know, is that green under there somewhere. So this is the back. So we have the ferns on the bottom. We have a little bit of oak leaves over here, and then turns into a different tree here. I did not do a bunch of different leaves because I did oak tree over here, because, you know, it's a tree with an oak tree on each side, basically. And then I was kind of thinking that where I did the antique white and did the brown over it, kind of gives the idea of trees in the back, hopefully. I don't know. Let's see. This book was something you're happy. I forget. I'll have to find that. It's something about happiness. Sold separately. That's what it's called. So, and you can hardly. I mean, it took me that long to read it, so I don't know that I'll do much to that side. So this is my interpretation of a cover for Dark Forest Grungy. Wait till you see the pages. I've been having fun playing with pages. So that might be in the next video. I will hopefully show putting the pages together, maybe, if I do that on video. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you'll leave a comment. If you have any suggestions for next time to make it better. Yeah, this is not quite perfect, but that's all right. It doesn't have to be perfect. So anyway, I hope you all have a delightful day. I did miss you guys. I used to have times where I'd spend a week in bed. And now I guess instead of spending a week in bed, I just don't go make videos for a week. But it's actually pretty active this week with working on my craft space and moving my desk. And also, yeah, during the day, the light is not good for making videos because I am right at the window. But at night, I have enough light. I have a little bit of shadowing, like with my hands, see the shadow. But it's not too bad. All right, y'all have a delightful day. Love you. Bye.